Good morning, younger youth. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday. And today I would just like to introduce our guest speaker. Last week, Emily kicked us off with our new series on love, and today we're looking at love is patient. And we have an amazing guest speaker, Toluwa. She's one of our youth leaders, as well as a well-being coach, and she's all around just an amazing legend. So I hope you guys enjoy the talk, and here it is.
Hi HTB Younger Youth, my name is Toluwa, and it is such a pleasure to be speaking to you today. I hope you've all had a great summer, and if I've never met you before, hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you about love is patient from 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 8. You see, when I read that whole chapter, to be honest, I'm very, very challenged. But in particular, the statement, love is patient, really gets me thinking. I think about, out of all the adjectives Paul could have used, why was it so important to mention patience? So I started thinking about patience in my own life and thinking of explanations to this. And I came up with 2 explanations. And I really hope as we've started a new academic term, you can find some way for this to relate to your own life. So the first one is love is patient to others. You see, I don't know about you, but personally, I find that sometimes my patience with other people is more or less not there. You know, I sometimes I'm quick to judge people or quick to find faults in other people, point out where they've made mistakes. I love pointing out when people have made mistakes. You can ask my brother. But actually, what Paul is challenging us to is, what if we were to do the exact opposite? What if we were to be patient with our friends, our family members, people at school, people that we don't even really know? How would our relationships start to look if we were to be patient with others the way God is patient with us? If we were to be patient with others the way God's grace just shines on us when we make mistakes, when we fall, when we get back up? Ironically, I think there is a sense of peace that comes with being more patient with other people. There's a sense of even joy, because you know that everyone has their faults, everyone has their shortcomings, and I just have to be more patient. And maybe you're like me and you struggle with patience naturally. I want to encourage you today to bring that to God. Come as you are. Come with your frustrations and just ask Him for more. More patience, Lord. But the first thing is acknowledging that this is something that you're going to need more of, so that you can do something about it. And whenever you find yourself in a situation being impatient, I want you to challenge yourself to what I call the 1-minute silence. Say nothing, do nothing, or walk away. And see how you feel after that. Because I think being patient with other people is so crucial in our world today, in our society, and with our friends and family. So the second thing is love is patient with myself. Now, this is the part I want you to hear me when I say this, because it's the most challenging. Love is patient with myself. Sometimes we can be so unforgiving with ourselves, right? When we make mistakes, when we fall, when we do something wrong, when we disappoint others. Even when God has forgiven us, sometimes we find it hard to forgive ourselves. So when Paul is really saying love is patient, it really means giving yourself room to grow, room to learn from mistakes, room to ask for forgiveness when you have actually done something wrong. But most importantly, accepting that forgiveness. If God can forgive, who am I? Who am I not to forgive myself? The love that we have, that Paul is challenging us to, starts from God. We can only love because God has loved us first. But for us to be able to love, for us to be able to be patient with other people, it starts right here. It starts with us. It starts with understanding what patience looks like, even with our mindset, with ourselves, with our prayer life, with our relationship with God, with our journey with God. It starts with us. So today I want to ask you, the grace that God shows us, the patience that God shows us, do we show that to ourselves? Do we allow ourselves to fall and get back up, wrapping ourselves back in the arms of God? And personally, I know it's very, very difficult. But love is patient is such a beautiful thing when you really start to understand what that looks like for you and for others. So I want you to come to God today and just ask Him for more of that patience, to be able to draw from the same well that God gives to all of us, from the same well of love, of patience, of grace. And that's when we can really begin to understand the character of God and what that looks like for us. Amen.
Amen. That was so good, Toluwa. Thank you so much for your message and sharing your wisdom with us. And younger youth, if you want to now go check out the PDF, fill it out if you haven't already been filling it out throughout the talk. And then join us next week as Jonathan himself is going to be talking about how love is kind. Until next week. Bye.